Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I have the lovely Amy in again. You will have seen her nails on my channel multiple times because I film them pretty much every appointment now. I'm pretty sure like her last 10 sets will probably be on here. Maybe not that many, I haven't been back at work for that long, but you know what I mean, like she's always on here basically. So this set that I'm currently removing you will have seen, well you can see on my channel if you haven't already seen it. So I'm just removing the previous design and the previous builder gel colour because we're going in with a different gel, a different builder and a different colour this time. So she currently has on, I'm not 100% sure actually, but I'm pretty sure it's a nail order one, whereas we're going over to Pro Impressions now, but that's not really relevant anyway because even if the one she has on is Pro Impressions, we're changing the colour of the base, so it doesn't really matter. I would have done this regardless of like brand and stuff. So we're just taking that down to a very thin layer. I'm not filing the natural nail with this bit because it is a coarse bit, so it might look like I am, but there is a very thin layer still there. So just removing it all, and then we're changing the shape of this appointment as well. She's going back to her oval nails. You will see here there is a little I don't know how to explain it, like chip I suppose on the index finger. So I did fix that with a form which you will see during this video, just to make it nice and even again, because we didn't want to chop them down just for that little tiny bit there. It's not that big of a deal. And then obviously this nail does have that corner missing as well, but that also didn't matter because we were changing them to almond, so it just gave me one less thing to do, I suppose. This client is a dog groomer. I say it like all my videos, but she was doing some like house renovating / decorating or something in the last couple of videos, but she is always a dog groomer, so we're always going to have to deal with that. Her hands in running water a lot, and obviously she's dealing with dogs all day, so she gets up to a lot with her nails, and they are always in almost perfect condition, to be fair. Don't know how she does it. She does really well to keep them the way that she does. This looks really aggressive, by the way. I didn't realise how aggressive it looked until I'm doing this voiceover, but it's not aggressive. It's just because it's sped up, so it looks like it is. But I just used that tool on all of the nails just to push back the skin, and then I'm going in with my flame bit to push it back further and make sure that there is nothing on the nail plate that shouldn't be. And then once I've done this, we are going to go in with a sanding band to make sure that again there's nothing on the nail plate that shouldn't be, and also it's nice and etched, ready for application. And then once I have done that, we're going to go in with my hand file and file to shape. I did go out of focus a couple of times. It didn't go out of focus that much that time for it to be worth me cutting it out or anything, but any future times where it did go out of focus, I did actually just cut the clip a little bit shorter. So if it jumps to the next nail too quick or anything at any point, it's just because it was out of focus. That is why, like, not because there's anything I didn't want you to see or something. So yeah, I'm going to let you watch this until application time because there's nothing really for me to say during the filing process. I'm pretty sure I filmed the filing process off the top of my head. I'm sure I did, but yeah, I'm just gonna let you watch that, and then I'll join you back here ready for builder application. Okay, so like I mentioned, I did want to fix this one because there was a little bit missing there. And as you can see, after I'd filed to shape, there was hardly anything missing, but it was, so we still had to fix it. This shade is Evelyn from Pro Impressions, and it is a beautiful, very neutral nude shade. It's very pretty. It's not really that popular, to be fair, and I don't really know why, because when we used it on this set we were really happy with it. So this client is definitely converted to this colour. She used to be a Heavenly from Nail Order client, and now we've transferred to Evelyn from Pro Impressions, so that's good. But yeah, we're just applying this and removing it and applying it by the looks of it, but I wasn't. I was just cleaning it up to make the filing for it minimal. And then I'm just going in with a very thin layer on here. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go in and do that on all of them as if I'm using it like a base coat. Usually I would just do this as my slip layer and then go in with the building layer, but because these are basically a new set, because I've removed pretty much all of the builder that was on there before, I am treating it as a new set basically. So I'm just going to do this like a base coat, applying a really thin amount, getting it really as up close and personal to the sidewalls and cuticle as I can without touching, especially because this is one of the more runnier, it's not runny, but like it's a runnier style of builder compared to the other colours from Pro Impressions. So I'm bearing that in mind, making sure not to flood at all, and just knowing that as soon as I touch any skin, it's got to come off straight away because it will be everywhere. But yeah, once I've done that layer, I then pop it into the lamp to fully cure. And then as you can see here, I'm moving on to my building layer. So I did pop a very quick layer of a slip layer down, and that was just as I did with the, like, as in if I was doing a base. And then as you can see here, going over with the product. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't actually take up my slip layer right up into the side walls and cuticle area. Well, the cuticle area maybe, but not the side walls. Because like I said, this is one of the thinner ones in this brand. So I do bear that in mind when doing my application. I just like to tweak it slightly. So instead of applying my slip layer to right up to the side walls and the builder layer automatically sinking to those side walls straight away, I apply it like this, leaving a gap, and then I apply my builder layer and then use my brush, my striper brush, to take it down the sidewall so it doesn't automatically run down there by itself. I want to have more control. So that's how I tweak that for a runnier consistency of builder. But I have mentioned with this builder gel before, it is really, really good for applying thinly but getting ultimate, what's it called, strength. It is so strong even when applied really thin, so that is really good. But obviously you still need the structure there, so make sure you've got your apex and stuff. It just doesn't need to be like really high or anything, so just bear that in mind, because it is nice to be able to use it nice and thin. And obviously it's good for you in terms of like profits, because you're not using too much builder. So once I've done that, I'm going in with a Pro Impressions colour. Let me just grab it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's called Deep Forest. It's absolutely, no, I'm not. That's a lie. This isn't the right set I was thinking of. That is not Pro Impressions Deep Forest. Please ignore me. That is a teal colour from the Gel Box UK. And unfortunately, it doesn't actually have a colour name on the bottom. It must have come off at some point, and it either came like that or I haven't noticed that it's come off, so I haven't put it back on. So yeah, I don't actually know what colour it is, so I'm very sorry, but not that you can, I don't think you can buy from the Gel Box UK anymore. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been receiving the boxes in either of any of the other BAs, but we also haven't heard from Virginia, so we're not really 100% sure what's going on. I don't know whether like when people are ordering from the website, they're still receiving their orders. Like, I have no idea, to be honest with you. So yeah, it doesn't really matter what the name is anyway. And then that cat eye was one of the Annie's ones that I got. I think it's number 1. Yeah, it's number 1, as much as that means. And I'm applying that on those like striped nails, as you can see here, and then some dots on the other nails as well. But that's it really. I'm not going to talk through the entire thing. There's only a couple of minutes left and you can quite clearly see what I'm doing anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know whether you like these nails and how they turn out or not. And I'll be back very soon with another video. Bye!